Alrighty guys, welcome on back to some more Dragon Quest II HD-2D Remake. Last episode, we awakened the power of Rubis once again, who gave us the power we needed to go defeat Hargon. After that, we went through the passage of Rendarak in order to finally make it to Hargon's lair, where we acquired the ultimate key. And so, in this episode, before we go finish off the game, it's time to do a little bit of exploring around the areas we haven't been and have been to make use of our ultimate key. But before that, if you guys do like this video and this series, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It'll really help me out and it'll help make sure you don't miss any upcoming videos. With all that out of the way, let's get into it. So, we're just going to go town by town, area by area, starting here in Middenhall. Pretty much every single town, or at least a good portion of them, have at least one chest or door we can open. Right here we get the metal slash scroll in Middenhall. Then we're going to go ahead and head back up. And we'll go ahead and head up to the castle itself. And finally, we can go ahead and head over here to the east side, where we can open up this southern door here. And we can grab this chest right here for the Mark of Erdrick. Next, we're going to go ahead and head north into the dungeon area, just down here. And we're going to enter the only cell we could not enter before, because there is a pot in here with 7 tombola tickets. We can go view an optional scene up here with the king. We might as well while we're here. Doesn't really hurt anything, and we already have a little bit of time we have to spend. We do actually have to go back to Moonbrook one more time. I thought we were done there last time we did this, but no worries. We'll go ahead and head up here. Welcome back, my boy. Come, let me look at thee. Yes, thou art grown mighty indeed. I see. At long last, the hour of Hargon's reckoning is upon us. Day by day, the monster menace loometh ever larger. Though our knights do all they can to stem the tide, still our people live in fear. So go forth, my son, and see the villain slain. Avenge Moonbrook, and restore peace to the realm. And pray return to me safe and sound. And now it's time to zoom on over to Canik. Once we get into the castle, we're going to go ahead and just go down into the dungeon itself. I believe the dungeon is just right here attached to the church. And we can go ahead and I think it's just this second cell. We'll have 2 pots. One with a seed of magic, and the other with a special medicine. And, of course, we can go ahead and go pay a visit to the king and queen here as well. Unfortunately, we won't be able to pay a visit to Piranel's family as, well, you know, Moonbrook doesn't exist anymore. Husband, please. Mine apologies. Hard though it may be to believe, he hath been racked with worry for your sakes. He seeketh of naught but your quest. Prithee do not judge him too harshly. I am certain he is ashamed for the way he treated Matilda when last we met also. No doubt he would apologize himself were it not for the fear that if he were to open his mouth before thee, all of his many cares would pour out unbidden. This is surely why he has taken his leave, that he might avoid adding to your burdens. Father always did struggle to keep his opinions to himself. Quite, but anyway, what bringeth you to Canik today? Is there aught you need? There is. The end of our quest is nigh, and but one final battle remains. Before we venture forth for the final time, it would bring me great comfort if you could bless me the way you did when I was young. I'm surprised that thou rememberest. 'Twas but a silly thing, yet it did bring thee comfort when thou wert upset or afeared. Very well. May it give thee the strength for one final push. All shall be well, my big, strong boy. Thou shalt triumph over darkness and herald a new era of peace. What? Thou, girl, shalt receive of my blessing. Ow! I had long thought you hard-headed, and now I see I was right. And yet I suspect that may prove inadequate. Next time thou visitest, I will pour my very soul into the blessing. And I shall dodge it adroitly. Well, we shall be taking our leave now. I expect you to feast us extravagantly upon our return. No expense shall be spared, I promise thee. Go, young warriors. Make heroes of yourselves, and you shall have a banquet that befitteth your station. And so, after that, we're going to go ahead and actually go over to Moonbrook. And she at least has somebody here to greet her. Pray, do not speak of the looming battle with Hargon. I wish not to unduly worry the Chancellor. Highness, to what do I owe the honor? Oh, I merely wish to gaze upon your faces. Tell me, how goeth thine efforts? Doth all proceed apace? It most certainly doth, Princess. Far quicker than I ever hoped. We have the kindness of the good people of Middenhall and Cannock to thank for that. They have lent their aid to the reconstruction effort unstintedly. Truly, that is wonderful news. My thanks go to all of you. It is a great comfort to know that Moonbrook's future is safe in your hands. Do not doubt that she shall one day be just as, nay, even more resplendent than she was during my father's reign. And with that, it is time I took my leave. We wish thee the very best for thee on thy travels, Highness. My dearest thanks, Chancellor. Oh, Princess. Chancellor, wherefore weepest thou? Her Highness goeth to face her most bitter foe, in a battle that might cost her her very life. Oh, how her tender heart must be gripped by fear. Surely thou jestest. The princess seemed entirely free from care to mine eye. And that is precisely how I knew. Her Highness hath ever endeavored to hide her struggles beneath smiles and bonhomie, that others might not fear for her. She was much the same when the late queen passed away. Now let us accompany her and see her safe. No, her Highness wished to put our hearts at ease, and as her faithful servants, it is for us to heed her wishes. If she would not worry us, then worry we must not. Come, friends, let us be about our work with vim and vigor. Very well, Her Highness hath placed her trust in us. Let us place our trust in her. O Erdrick, hero of heroes, O majesties, watch over Princess Pirinel and her faithful allies, I pray. We did not come here for dialogue. In fact, I'll probably be avoiding any other dialogue we have with anybody else going forward unless we actually have to see it. Because back here, we can find a chest with a Savior's Staff. This is an upgrade for Pirinel, I believe. Let's go ahead and go find it real quick. Maybe it's not an upgrade? Oh, no, it's right here. It's not. The Somatic Staff is better. Well, that sucks. No reason to even come here then. We'll go ahead and make for Rippleport next. We'll go ahead and enter into the big port building up here on the north side. And then we're actually going to enter in this room all the way over on the east side. I don't remember if this was locked our first time through here, but I know there was a chest in there that was locked. I think, did we come here with the Thief's Key? No, we could just enter it to begin with. But we'll go ahead and pick up this chest for the duplicate. Essentially, the duplicate makes it so that way, I can just show it off here. It makes it so that way you cast the same spell twice in a row. However, you have a lot less defenses. It's pretty good. We might end up using it at some point, but not right now. Next up, we're going to go ahead and go to Tantagel. And we're going to go ahead and enter the church to start out with. This is one that has a little bit more items than some of the other ones. We'll go ahead and go up to the second floor. And we can open this to get a... There's something in here. Right here. This is some tombola tickets, 9 of them. And now we can go ahead and head to the castle. Inside the castle, we can now finally access this room over to the left side. And why they had blue chests in here, I'm not sure. They could have had basic chests. We get some special medicine. We get a great helm, which is actually an upgrade for our hero. Go and throw that on him. The hapless helm was too. I probably should have... Oh, no, it's a curse. Could I give that to Caradoc? Yeah, it's a little bit more defense. We'll go ahead and give that to him. I think he's wearing entirely, except for the Pirate's Pendant, cursed gear now. And then we can also get a Bastard Sword, which again is another upgrade for our hero. And finally, the Vial of Oomph Powder. Now we'll go ahead and head back up north here, up to the little guest quarters, where you can find another upgrade for Piranel. Well, a upgrade for Piranel. We didn't get another one last time, even though it should have been. Right there is the Goddess's Tiara, which we can go ahead and throw on her. Prevents instant death. And next up, we are going to go to the top of the Shrine of Rain. Literally at the very top. So I'll just meet you guys up there. Up at the top of the Shrine of Rain, we're just going to come all the way over here to the far eastern side. There's going to be a chest right here for us to grab with a shimmering dress. I think that's better for Piranel, which kind of sucks. Yes, it is. It sucks because we just gave her a better one, but unfortunate. Next, we'll go ahead and go over to the city of Cole. And here in Cole, we're actually just going to go down this well. This one's a very, very quick town. And there will be a chest down here we can open for some tombola tickets. And next, we're off to Quagmire Cave. Can't wait to go back here because there's quite a bit of things for us to get. Starting with the second floor. So we'll go ahead and just meet you guys down there. Here in Quagmire Cave, we're going to go ahead and take the left at this branching path down here on the second floor to get the Mighty Armlet. Now we're going to head back up to the first floor, but this time through the northern side, leading to where we fought the dragon back in Dragon Quest 1. Did they call Dragon Quest because back in the first game, you fought the Dragon Lord at the end of it? Interesting. Right here, we can get some Dragon Claws. Unfortunately, by this point, I actually don't think it's as good. We can try. No, not as good as the Blizzard Blade. Next, we're going to go ahead and head over to Reimeldar for our next destination. Gotta remember how to get over to this one. And we're actually going to go to the western side of the church. I don't even think I showed off the western side of the church, since there was nothing we could do till we got the ultimate key. We can go through this door right here. And up here, we can enter a jail cell with 2 barrels, with a tombola ticket, as well as a seat of agility. Then the hay has some coins for us. Next, we're going to go ahead and go to Domdara. Does Domdara count as a town? I don't think so, actually. So let's go ahead and travel over there. And this will be the only actual chest in this area. We can just go ahead and go east through this poison swamp and up here, where we can pick up the flame armor. I think... I actually don't know who all can equip that. Is it just Caradoc? Yes, so we'll need to make sure to... Yeah, it can't be... I was hoping maybe. I will need to go make sure to swap that flame armor out here in a second, but first, let's go ahead and go over to Cantlin next. We can probably just remove it while we're here. Once over here, we'll go ahead and enter this northeastern building and head up to the second floor. And we can go... Oh, don't want to go back down just yet. There's actually a ton of things we can get here in Cantlin. We can go ahead and grab this for a somatic staff. And then back outside, we'll go ahead and enter this weapon shop right here. But I believe we want to go through this door. And we can... Is it not this one? No, the super southeastern weapon shop. I forgot there's 3 weapon shops in this area. This one will have a chest we can open with some gold coins. And then we can go ahead and go to this house west of the ponds. Don't know if we need to go to this one or not. We'll check this one first. Nope, it's definitely the other one. And we can go through here, go up to the second floor. And then if we go through this building, we can interact with this bookcase to get some tombola tickets. And then if we talk to this guy, he'll actually tell us about Erdrick's sword. He's basically tell us we need to find Orichalcum, which is going to be in the place that Robin Hood and Erdrick first met. So we're going to be going through there, of course, but not just yet. We can just go ahead and skip to the rest of that because it's not important. Again, there's not really much for us to do. I believe it's Craggy Cave is where we first met, but we'll be going there in a little bit. Next, we're going to go back to the Sanctum. I can't remember. Maybe Sanctum was Misk. Yeah, right here. This is actually where we saw Erdrick's helm. And now that we have the mark of Erdrick, we can go ahead and go pick up the helmet. So go ahead and head in here and to talk to this man. We bear the mark of Erdrick, so he'll move out of the way. And we can pick up Erdrick's helm. And I believe now that is officially all pieces of Erdrick's gear. We don't really need to listen to any of this. May victory smile upon you, great hero of Aelion. Oh, that's so cool. That's the message that got written by the dwarf to our great, ancestor. It's Dragon Quest III's character's dad was who that was. Again, I'm not going through any of this dialogue because they're just talking about stuff from Dragon Quest III. And now I think that's a better helm for pretty much everybody. We'll just give it to Tails, why not? Next, we're going to head to Dragon Lord's Castle, and we're just going to go down to the 6th floor in Dragon Lord's Castle. And if you remember in the top left corner, there were all those chests. We can finally grab the last few of those. So back up here in the room of chests, we can go ahead and grab the Sage's Stone and the Dragon Robe. The Dragon Robe should be an upgrade for Pyranel once again. Ooh, no, not quite. Is it an upgrade for anyone? I guess not. However, what is really good is the Sage's Stone. You guys might recognize this from other Dragon Quest games. It is essentially the ability to... Can I actually give this to someone? No, I don't want to. While we run to our next location, we can talk about it. It essentially gives a character the ability to use a multi-heal as an item. So it doesn't use any MP. Now, you might recognize it as being a really good item for characters like Carver from Dragon Quest VI or Yangus from Dragon Quest VIII. Essentially, characters who don't get healing spells and who are really strong, like those two characters, benefit from it greatly because if you need them to get a quick heal, they can get a really quick heal if everybody else is preoccupied, or if you're up against things that are effective, like weak to magic attacks, then you can go ahead and use it with Hero who doesn't have magic. Right up here, we can find another chest with a mini medal, and that is it for Dragon Lord's Castle. So now we're going to go to the city of Baran. And here in Baran, we can finally go up north here and go through this tower. And there should be an item right up north here with an oomph powder. Now we're going to go ahead and go to the shrine north of Baran for our next one. And we'll go ahead and enter the building. I keep saying the last chests, but of course these are the last chests. We're in the final dungeon of the game. But up here, we can get a mini medal. Next, we're going to go ahead and go to the city of Zahan. And here in Zahan, we can go ahead and head up to the northern building. And off to the east side this time, past all this electric flooring, we can open this and grab this chest for the magic bikini. I don't think it's better, but we will check it on everybody. Nope, because we've already given it to somebody. So next we'll go ahead and go to the city of Burrowell. And we're going to go ahead and go to the jail area that our old monster friend was being kept in. And this time we can open the jail cell on the left. And in here we can get a pot with a seed of agility, as well as a chest with yet another mini medal. Next, we're going to go to the city of Durkendor. Getting slowly towards the end of our list of places to go. And we can actually go open up a door that I don't think we could access before. It's up here. No, we could not. We'll go ahead and open this cell. He will actually tell you about the bosses that we fought underwater, but we've already been fighting them, so no need to worry about that. In there we can get a Seed of Strength. Then we'll go ahead and enter the throne room next. And in here, over on the left side, we can actually open up all these doors now, which is nice. But in the center of the hay, we can find yet another mini medal. I think we're almost done with mini medals. Yeah, very, very close. There's only 11 left. Next, we'll go to our Fairy Palace. And you might remember on the northeastern and northwestern side, there were some chests. We've already opened the ones with the magic key, but there still are 3 left here for the ultimate key. So right in here, none of these are really too crazy. We get the Lyre of Ire, which I believe it actually lets you use the ability Whistle. We have the ability Whistle. I don't know why we would ever use it. There's the Staff of Rain. It's actually not better for Piranel. However, we can give that to the hero in order to let him use a make it so enemies can't cast spells. So we're gonna go ahead and give that to Tails. Again, not too crazy, but it's not unusable. By this point in the game, it kind of is, but I guess if you're fighting regular enemies that are casting spells, it'd be nice. And right over here, we can get this chest for a vial of Elven Elixir. Next, we're going to go to the shrine east of Sluice. So over here, only a few more areas to... We only have like one more page of locations. In here, we have 2 chests we can get. Over here on the left side, we can get the Falcon Blade. I think at this point it's not better, which is very unfortunate because Falcon Blade attacks twice. Man, it is so low. We actually already had one. That's so unfortunate. Some of these you just don't get till it's way too late. We can get another flame armor here. Why can you get 2 if only Caradot can equip it? I'm not sure. I'll double check one more time. No, it is better for Tails. Let's go and throw that on instead of metal slime armor. Perfect. And then we actually have 2 secret spots that we can go to. So the first one is going to be southeast from the western seabed storeroom. So it's essentially the hard island we've been to a ton of times. Oh, no, I'm sorry. There's not 2 secret spots. It's just the secret spot. So go ahead and hop out here. And we will resurface. And just to the southeast here, the Slime Island, again, is just right west of us. But this actually might be the first time we can come to this area and not be attacked. So I think we are definitely at level. This is where I was grinding before last episode. But we can finally open this chest for a meteorite bracer. Unfortunately, I just do not think that is good at this moment. Next, we can go ahead and go to the Monarch of Metals. Where is he at now? Right here. We can go ahead and grab the last 2 chests in here. We're not going to turn in our mini medals just yet. We need the Princess's Robe. I forgot to pick this one up. That's some Tombola tickets. I don't think the Princess's Robe is better, or is that Priestess Robe? Element OP. What? Can you not equip it here now? That is a Princess's Robe, but I guess only you can equip it, and it's not good. And then over here will be the Mirror Shield. Again, don't think we can use it right now. I don't think we grabbed the blue one either. The last time when we came here for everything else, there's lightning. And the Mirror Shield, we'll check it. Nope, not going to be better for anybody then. Next, we're going to go to the Northern Seabed. I don't remember. Have we been here already? I'm going to come back to that in a second. Because we're going to have to fight some tough enemies. Well, I mean, it'll be really quick. Yeah, we'll come... Well, let me see. No, I lied. There is quite literally nothing else for us to do around the world. That is every single chest up till now. So let's just deal with it. We just have to fight through 3 fights yet again down here. It's not like it's anything different than the last couple, but We're going to be fighting some harder enemies. So we have the over-killing machines, but we also have the uber-killing machines. So I'm hoping we're just strong enough here. We might have to take control of Caradoc if we lose this, because there goes Purinel. Or honestly, take control of literally anybody to get a Kabuff up before we do anything else. We'll see if we can get... Okay, that gets rid of one of them. I think for every other fight, though, we're going to need to... probably going to need a Kabuff. Because I don't think we get through any of the other fights doing the same thing. Caradoc reaches level 51. Wish she was awake, but that... Or wish she was alive, rather. And then in here, we can get a Headsman's Axe, which is very unfortunate because I have like 4 of those, and a mini medal. One of the last mini medals we're going to be able to get. Let's just do a Zing on Pyrrha now. Then we'll Omni heal just to save a little bit of MP. And then we'll take the, man, I mean, it's just like, it doesn't get any easier. We'll just take the center one next just to make it a little bit like cleaner as we go left to right. Yeah, I'm ready to fight. Let's do it. Okay. Matilda, follow orders. Matilda, Kabuff. No. Why is she slower than them? There's the Kabuff. That's the Uber killing machine in the... Oh, there's Bounce. That sucks. The good news is because our AI are playing, the Kabuff won't, or the thing won't do anything. But if we were playing, we probably would just die right here because I would have used magic. We'll just go ahead and use a Hustle Dance to heal up a little bit, I guess. Yeah, keep hitting tails. Everybody hit tails. Dude, Purinel's not going to get any XP from this fight, which is going to be a problem here in a second. Like a big problem here in a second. Okay, there goes the Uber. I think the third fight is 2 Uber killing machines. You get a Headsman's Axe from that one. Great. I love when a reward from a chest is just a drop from an enemy right outside of it. We're going to do the exact same thing. Zing Purinel. Omni heal to save MP. And then this chest has a wild side scroll. And this chest has a blessed bikini. Not as good. Not as good. I think it would change them into their bikini outfits, but whatever. Next, we have one last one to get here, and this will be it for all the storerooms. For whatever reason, there's not like a western storeroom, or like you're missing one storeroom, and I don't know why. It's either west or south, I think. Go ahead and fight this again. 2 Uber killing machines. Let's go ahead and open with a Kabuff. And I really hope I get to go first. The oomph and bounces, that sucks. Oh, double bounce? You're kidding. Well, there's our Kabuff on. I think Purinel's gonna die. You know, just a guess. But I don't think she's gonna get any XP. Oh my god. Oh my god. That is insane. Well, maybe not. There we go. They all 3 got it because the enemies decided to split up their attacks across everyone. And there we go. We'll go ahead and use one more Omni heal. I think only have one more boss fight till we get to the final dungeon. Like, there's not even any more force fights, I don't believe. Right there is a Kaboom scroll. And right here is a Dragon Dojo Duds. Again, just don't think it's better. We'll test it on everybody. Nope, unfortunate. So, from here, we have a couple places we have not explored yet. Starting with the Grave of Galen. I think, haven't I already been there? Can I not fast travel there? No, I must have to go from Galen home. So let's go ahead and head Galen home, and we'll head to the Shrine of Galen, or the Grave of Galen, rather. So, from inside Galen home, we're just going to go into this northern building, and then we're going to go all the way west until we can go back outside. And then from here, we're just going to start walking all the way east until we get to the end of this really, really long pathway. And right here, we can go down into the Grave of Galen. Now, we're strong enough, this isn't going to be an issue, but we'll go ahead and do that anyways. We're going to start by going south. We can open this door. We're just going to follow this all the way around to get this chest with a Hocus hat. I actually think this is a pretty quick dungeon since we're not going to be fighting anything. I remember when we came here back in Dragon Quest 1 and 3 both, I think. It was just so long because we were getting into so many fights. We're going to go down the bottom leftmost gate now, or I guess the western gate. And then we're going to go, I think we want to go over there, but let me just check over here. Okay, it was over there. We're going to go left and then all the way to the south. And down here will be, I believe, 2 pots that we can get some items from. So right here will be a vial of holy water and a medicinal herb. And then we'll go ahead and return all the way back up to the stairs. And we can go through either of these gates because they both lead to the exact same spot. Let's unlock both. We'll go ahead and go right. And we can go up through this very first staircase. This is where a mini medal was in the first game, I believe. There's a seat of strength. And then we're going to go south and down this path. And I want to say we can find a barrel here somewhere. I think it's down here. No. Is it really in the bottom right corner? No, it's right here. Perfect. It's going to have some plain clothes. It's not good, but I wanted to. From here, we're going to go south. And we want to go around and all the way outside to the other side of the wall. Literally wrapping... Ooh, actually? This is where we want to go? I think so. There should be a pot over here. No, it's definitely not right. There's a magic water around here somewhere. It's right there. There's our magic water. Then we're going to go south and west to go down to the next floor. I knew we were going a little bit too far when we were already at the exit to the next floor of the dungeon. This is one of those dungeons where I think it was like the first one back in Dragon Quest 1 where there was multiple exits and it was super annoying. We're going to go ahead and start by going west. We're going to ignore these stairs as well. And then we're going to go ahead and go south here. This was my first death back in Dragon Quest 1 as well. I remember dying like right here to a mimic, I think. And then we'll go ahead and I think it's right here. Yes, pair of pots here. With some gold coins and a seat of agility. Then we'll go ahead and go west here. We can open this chest for a shimmering dress. I think this is our second one, but I don't think we can give it to anybody else. So now we'll go ahead and go north. And we'll go west this time. And then on our right will be some barrels that we'll want to make sure we hit. So keep our eyes peeled here. We'll get a leather hat. And then some chimera wings. Go south. And then down these stairs. Oh no, I'm sorry. This is how we go deeper. We're going to want to come here in a second. Instead, we're going to go right. And open this chest for some gold coins. And we'll go down this set of staircases. Then we'll want to go north and all the way north. So we can find a barrel. I think it's right here. With a mini medal. So good thing we did come down here. Next, we'll go back to the stairs and go south and around the corner. And then we are going to go north just a little bit and make our first left. And this will have a barrel with a seed of wisdom in it. And that's it. So we're going to go ahead and head back up and go to that bottom left staircase that I pointed out to get to the path of progression. All the way to the bottom left corner. And then we're going to go ahead and follow the path to get those 2 treasure chests we can kind of see here to our northeast. Well, to our northwest, but it'll be our northeast as soon as we get to the little split here. Up here will be the Kerplunk scroll. Or Kerplunk dance scroll. As well as a dancer's costume. And we'll go ahead and go northeast. But we can check this little platform for some gold coins. And then time to go downstairs. And now we're just going to follow the pathway to get to the end of this little area. I actually don't even know if there's a reward for doing this. We'll go ahead and make our way over there. After this, it's to the Craggy Cave, which is another dungeon very similar to this, but I think a lot shorter because there's only like 2 floors there. And here we go. The Protector is here once again. This was my first death. You came to the place where Erdrick died for the first time. Hello, friends. I bear good tidings. My training is complete. And you have made good on your quest to walk the path of the hero of old? I have, and it has allowed me to better understand my family's approach to life. Before I turned away from fearful thoughts of the fleetingness of life, from the terror that it might be ended by a monster at any moment. I was the same, till I set out on this quest. I did not know what it meant to risk one's life. There was a part of me which thought my brother or father would come to my rescue should the worst come to pass. Instead of sharing their burden, I added to it. Even so, that does little to excuse them for treating you like refuse. I agree, and I mean to tell them precisely that. Now that I understand them better, I hope that they will come to understand me better too, that we might fight together. I hope you do not think less of me for my behavior when we first met. I have grown much since, and in many ways, I have you to thank for it. Not at all. We all of us have moments that we look back upon with embarrassment and regret. I, more than most. I pray that you were able to repair the bond with your family. Thank you. You will all be in my prayers alike. I wish you the best of luck with your quest. I think that's it. Do we just get an achievement for this? We might not even get an achievement for it. Wow, yeah, I really got nothing for it. I guess it was just for fun, but we had to come through this area anyways. So with that, we're going to go ahead and head to Craggy Cave next. We stepped inside there a long time ago, right? I think it was an area... Yes, it was an area we went to but couldn't do anything because we needed the ultimate key for. So let's go ahead and head here. So there are 3 exits. We're going to start by going to the southeastern one. Basically going the exact same path we did back in Dragon Quest 1. Also, if you guys are this far in the series and you have not checked out Dragon Quest 1, I highly recommend you go check out that Let's Play as well. It's basically the prologue. Honestly, I would say that Dragon Quest 1 is probably the prologue to this game. This game doesn't really feel like a sequel to that game, but I think that's just because of the length of it. And as soon as we come in, we can actually find... Oh, you're joking. Oh no, I had to go talk to somebody else? Oh, that sucks. Well, we'll go ahead and interact with these pots, and then I'm going to go... I thought it was an optional person we could talk to. With a Seed of Luck, we're going to go to the city of, I believe, Tantagel is where we need to go. So this becomes available after we talk to that swordsmith guy that was surrounded by all the shelves back in Cantlin. If we come to the church and go upstairs, I genuinely thought this was completely optional. Nope, he has an exclamation point. We need to talk to this guy. He essentially says he's a descendant of Robin Hood, and we need to go find Orichalcum. Robin Hood hid it back in the Craggy Cave. Oh, that's so annoying. Now we can go back to Craggy Cave and get the Orichalcum. I'm going to go to the exact same spot we were just at, because that's where the Orichalcum is. So this time when we come downstairs, we can see this little shiny spot right here. And that's a lump of Orichalcum. Man, that's so annoying that we couldn't get this our first time through. Now we're going to go ahead and just zoom back to the entrance of Craggy Cave. And this time we're going to head to the northeastern exit. The northwestern exit leads to a dead end, and there's nothing there. So we're just going to go ahead and follow this path. Go east from here. Again, that's a dead end. No reason to get it. I think I also had a death in this cave back in Dragon Quest 1. This is before I did any grinding, so it was a lot more difficult. Actually, no, I think I died here in Dragon Quest 3. I can't quite remember. There's a stealth suit. Again, I don't think it's better. Nope, because it's not even on the list. It was at the very bottom of the list, actually. We'll go ahead and head south and down to the basement 2nd floor. Then we'll go ahead and go to a fork. And we'll start by going east. This is actually, I think, it. There's, like, not much here. It's just a couple chests for us to get. You can see literally all of them on our map. So, we'll go ahead and head down here, where we can get a chest with the demon whip. Now we're going to go back up to that little intersection right there and go north. And after going north, we'll just follow this pathway all the way to the west. I think it's actually easier to get to the southwestern one after we get this one. I could have sworn back in Dragon Quest 1, it went a little bit deeper though, didn't it? Maybe I'm imagining things. We can go ahead and grab this for a snowy, or that's a showy shield. We got that so long ago. Then we'll go ahead and just go south from here. And follow, because I remember this little intersection right here. Maybe this was the end, the place we're going to here in a second. Because we'll go ahead and just follow this all the way south. And just follow this path all the way around. And after this, we only have one more little boss fight to take care of. It's an optional boss. It's the ghost ship boss. And then after that, we just have to... Well, we're going to go with Erdrick's sword before that. Because we can actually head to Cole and get it built now. But right here, we can get a Kafriz scroll. And that's it for this area. We're going to go ahead and just zoom on back to Cole. And we'll go ahead and enter this western shop over here. And we will be able to recraft our legendary blade. So we'll go ahead and go upstairs here. And as long as we have the Fated Blade and the Orichalcum, we can talk to him. Well, do you have it? The fabled mineral by which Erdrick's blade might be restored? Yes, sir. Here's the Orichalcum. Tails hands over the chunk of Orichalcum. Wonderful. I did not doubt you for a moment. Naturally, I have fulfilled my end of the bargain. At least I hope I have. We shall see how improved my abilities are in due course. Speaking of which, shall we get underway? By our combined effort, the Sword of Legend shall be granted life anew. Tails hands over the Fated Blade. Oh, poor dear. Can you hear it, my friends? How the blade weepeth. It longeth to be restored to its former glory. Fret not, my child. All will be well. Papa will see it so. Take this, and that, and another. Then morning comes. The deed is done. Feast your eyes on the splendor of a Sword of Legend, restored to its legendary prime, the Sword of Erdrick. Gosh. It is certainly a lot shinier than it was before. Our thanks. I'm sure the sword would thank you too if it could. Why, it already has. Its song of gladness resounds in every refulgent reflection. Would you suppose this qualifies me as the realm's finest smith? Now, go forth and do what only you can. May the light of the sword aid you in banishing the darkness. Tails obtains Erdrick's sword. And that is true Erdrick's, well, it is true Erdrick's sword. It is the best weapon we can use. We'll go ahead and throw it on Tails, per usual. And now, we have one last boss fight to do. I want to see if there's any scrolls we can give to people. We'll give Kafriz to Pyronel. So I'm going to do this one last time, see if any of our new scrolls only have one user, and I will give it to them if they do. All right, and with that, we're just going to zoom on back to Middenhall, get a heal and a save, and fight our final optional boss. So, we're going to go ahead and zoom on over to Ghost Ship, and if it isn't obvious, it's the final location for a reason. This is one of the only bosses that, honestly, I might just have to make it, I might have to change the difficulty. I might have to go to Draki Quest mode. We will see. We're going to head south. I don't even know if we'll get into it. We might even get into random encounters here. Nothing we can do yet here. We'll keep following this path. Okay, no random encounters, which is nice. but we're looking for the boss. I believe they're up here. Okay. This is the boss, Octavian. Octavian is very similar to Atlas, but a lot harder. We're going to go ahead and attack attacker, and then we're going to kabuff, because we need to pretty much get all of our buffs up as soon as possible. Kabuff. Then we're going to go ahead and use sap, and finally, honestly, I might even just dodgy dance this one. You know what? No, let's go ahead and have Piranel use an oomph on Tails, and then a sap from Matilda. So it can deflect attacks, which is fun. There's attack attacker, lowers the defense, and the attack is lowered as well. Dude, did attack get lowered? I can't tell. Maybe not. We're just going to start queuing up our muster strength cutting edges there. And then, I really don't know, man. This is just a tough decision. We're going to dodgy dance. And then Kaboom does a lot of damage. And then Kaboom here as well. The problem is they can reflect. They can count. Yep. There's a cutting edge, and it oomphed itself. There's a good Kaboom. And then I think Piranel, or not even Piranel, Caradoc might have to be on healing duty here. I'm not... Yeah, because the problem is everyone else does more damage with their spells, which is very weird. Caradoc is like my... Oh, there's defensive stance. That's going to reflect, isn't it? No, it just takes significantly less damage as soon as we go for a really strong attack, too. Yep, only 169 damage. I think we're just going to have to start using cutting edges by themselves. I don't really know what I want to do here. Let's go for a multi-slice. I'm just curious how much that's going to do. Another Kaboom. Another Kaboom. There's the multi-slice from him. Maybe I should have just used Omni-Slash, and he just accelerated. Ooh, this might be really bad for me. Because I need this Omni heal to hit, and if it doesn't hit, we just lose. Let's get another oomph on Tails. And a Kaboom. There goes Piranel. There's Bounce. So we just die right here. Nope, we're fine. We Omni heal. Great.
I'm in your debt.
Cutting edge. We're essentially just going to keep spamming. Oh, there goes the defense. So with the defense down, I now need to Helm Splitter, Kazing, Piranel, and then Twin Dragon Slash because... Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, there goes Tails and his defense lowered.
I shall return this favor.
We probably should have kabuffed. Probably. Go for an Omni heal and hope for the best. Let's go for an oomph on Tails. And let's go with a kabuff here. Deflecting, that's fine. Well, it's not fine. We're actually going to we're about to take a ton of damage because he's going to reflect his attack back at me. And he doesn't lower his defense again, which kind of sucks. I think we have to keep going for Helm Splitters. I think we're fine here to go for... Dude, I just feel like I have to always use Omni Heal, but I don't have enough MP for that. Dodgy Dance. Kaboom. Boom. Oh, this is going to hurt. Next attack's going to hurt a lot. Oh, shoot. He had to reflect up. I forgot. Let's just start cutting edging. Omni heal again. Can't even go for kabooms. That's what really sucks here. And I guess just Hypno Whip and then Twin Dragon Lash. Ooh. Ooh, we got really lucky there. Yeah, you can see he's taking like no damage. Man, I really don't want to have to turn it down to Draki quest mode. I just feel bad for having to change the difficulty. Let's go with a kabuff. can go with 2 kabooms here because we got the time. One of the problems isn't even the amount of damage they do, it's the defenses that this guy has that's really brutal. As you can also see, he's healing pretty much every turn, and now we're out of moves. Let's try multi-fists, and then we don't need a kabuff. So let's just do a... It's a really tough decision here. Normal attack, kaboom, and it's because it takes the most damage from kaboom. From explosive damage. There's the bounce. That sucks before Matilda gets to go. Dang. And then I could use a attacker, and that's about it. Kirinel attacking normally. We can go with a multi-heal. And then... I mean, I guess just Wizardly Waft. Oh, Caradoc just... Yep, Caradoc drops. That sucks. Attack decreases slightly. I'm not even in the red yet, man, and I am essentially out of spells I can use. Kazing, Caradoc, Hustle Dance. I'm out of MP. I did not bring any items into this fight. What did I do? What just happened? Oh, did it just reflect? Is that literally all that happened there? I think that might be what happened. Full heal Piranel. Dude, I don't even really have much I could do here at all. Attack. And then Hustle Dance. Oh, there's the mustering its strength.
Have care. Thank you. You'll be fine.
I can't out-damage his heal. I just have to wait for the reflect to go away, pretty much. Attack. Attack. Defend. Defend. Oh, thank God that missed. And now... Yeah. We don't do nearly as much. Bounce wears off. Everything pretty much wears off. Holy. Cutting Edge. Normal attack. No. We'll get a kabuff back up. And then kaboom. Boom.
In the name of justice.
Just don't put up a bounce immediately, man. Good damage. Still not at half yet, though. I'm going to defend with Tails to get some MP back. Let's go with an Omni heal. Powered up kaboom. Can't do a powered up kaboom, so regular kaboom. And let's just... Oh, there goes Pierre now. Oh, and there's the bounce.
Thank you very much.
Tails get some MP back. Yay. Well, we're at half, which is good. Cutting Edge. Or we're at quarter. I don't have enough to Kazing, so let's just defend. Let's defend with Matilda. It is better right now than... Well, that sucks. I don't know if I recover from this one now. That really sucks. Kazing. And then Hustle Dance.
Kazing! I shall return this favor.
And then defend. Kazing. Defend. The problem is... So defend doesn't work how it usually does. You don't immediately defend. You have to see the words defend like that for it to actually work. And now Octavian's back up to above half, which is why it's a problem. Multi-heal. Wizardly Waft. That's fine. Well, it's not fine. Because, of course, we did this as we used a strong attack. We used Cutting Edge as soon as he took the defensive stance. Cutting Edge. Defend. Multi-heal. Twin Dragon Lash.
Well.
There's 200. Musters his strength. Cutting edge for 351, which is good. Bounce is gone, so we defend. We defend. And because bounce is gone... No, we don't defend. We kabuff. Because bounce is gone, we kaboom. Kaboom. Matilda gets hit too hard there. Double hit Matilda. That's so unfortunate. There's the bounce. Tails defends, get some MP back. Tails go ahead and cutting edge, even though I know he's about to just take the defensive stance again. Let's Kazing and let's oomph Tails. He didn't? Okay, well, this is actually not terrible. It definitely could be worse. Another cutting edge. Omni heal. Multi heal. Wizardly waft. We're getting really close here.
How's that?
But I think we kill myself right here, right?
You have my gratitude.
Yeah, kills Matilda. Cutting edge. No, we will defend. Kazing Matilda. This is honestly probably more work than I'm going to have to put into the final boss of the game. Just being completely honest.
I owe you one.
Final boss of the game is going to be like, click A, click A, click A, click A, click A, and occasionally change up my strategy. Knuckles Sandwich. What's Propeller Blade do? Sure, we'll do Propeller Blade. The buff. Ooh, we don't have Reflect right now. Let's take the chance while we can. That's the defensive stance. Dang it, dude. I hate when they get the defensive stance, because then nothing hits. Or Propeller Blade would have been cool. Let's go ahead and defend again. Another Omni Heal. Kaboom. Kaboom. Musters his strength. That means there's going to be no bounce. Perfect.
Thank you.
Okay. Nope. Nope. Yeah, cutting edge. Defend. Kaboom. Kaboom. No bounce. This could... No, there's the bounce. Dang it. Why did he go after, dude? Oh, I thought that was going to be enough. Cutting edge. Defend. No, I can't afford to defend. Full heal Matilda. Oomph Tails. We are like... We're at a tough spot right now because we've officially like run out of MP. So it's like, I don't have... This hurts. Yep.
Much better.
That really sucks. Oh my god, and we got the kill. You know, a part of me hates that. The Tails reaches level 53. I'm like shaking. Paradox reaches level 52. And Octavian drops a Ripple of Disruption scroll. Now, we're gonna quickly Kazing my guys alive. And we're going to give that Ripple of Destruction or Disruption Skull to Caradoc. Essentially, it makes it so it will cancel out any like positive effects the enemy might have. So we're going to go ahead and walk forward and pick up our last living memory. Lady Rubis elected to remain in Alefgard, that her realm might continue to enjoy her blessing. Yet knowing that the darkness would surely seek to harm her as it had before, she plunged herself into a deep slumber, that she might remain safe. Though it was not only herself that Lady Rubis hid away, Sacred Artifacts 2, those that would require both to awaken her and defy the darkness once and for all, she concealed about her world. The first, the 5 blazing beacons, she ordered be scattered far and wide, that only the wise and the faithful might find them. The second, the light most holy, she would hide in the depths of an otherworldly cave, whose labyrinthian depths would confound all but the most committed. For the creation of the cave itself and the portal that would link it to Alefgard, she turned to a friendly race of expert craftspeople. Upon its completion, it was named the Cave of Confusion, and the hero hid away the holy light in its deepest part. Lady Rubis believed this to be the perfect way in which to hide the light, in a place that only a hero can enter at the end of a gauntlet that only a true hero could conquer. That is actually hinting at one of the post-game things we can do. And I believe that makes 7. Then let's return to the Fairy Palace. However, before that, we have a couple items we can get here. Go ahead and pick up this chest for an Empress Whip. And then on the southern side, the skeleton that was blocking the way has since been removed. So we can go ahead and head down here. And we can pick up this chest for a Corsair's coat. I don't know if that's better on anybody. Much better on Tails. We'll give it to him. You can't carry anymore, sure. And then right above this chest is a pot with a pink pearl. And over here on the left side is a barrel with a vial of magic water. And there's one more chest. Can I get that one real quick? I think I actually could have got this before the fight, and I just totally missed it. Oh, wait, no. So this is a really difficult enemy that we're actually not going to fight. That is the hardest version of a mimic, and it gives you nothing new. So instead, let's go ahead and head to the Fairy Palace. And back up here on the second floor, we can come around here. Oh, is it not here? Oh, I'm on the third floor. Dang it. Okay, I think... Can I just take this to get back down to the second floor? Yes, I can. We'll go ahead and talk to Record Keeper for the last optional thing in the game. Thank you all so very much. Every last memory has returned. Allow us to thank you as well. It proved an experience most enlightening for all of us. The history of the world is far richer than I had ever dared imagine. There is yet much I do not fully comprehend, though I know this. We owe a great debt to our forebearers for keeping the darkness at bay. That is precisely what I wanted you to know, just how your ancestors have helped our realm and Rubis over the years. Though having seen what you have seen, I fear I must apologize for making you risk your all on our behalf once again. You really needn't. We could not just sit back and watch the world our forebears fought to protect fall to ruin. Spoken like a true hero. Here, before I forget, a token of my thanks for recovering all the memories. Tails obtains a multi-heal scroll. Thank you. Allow me to offer you this in return. A solemn promise that we shall do as our ancestors did and save our world from evil. It's actually not all we got, but the only other thing we can do is in the post-game, because we actually did need to do that in order to get access to something in the post-game. So we'll go ahead and give Matilda the multi-heal scroll. And with that, guys, all we have left to do is to go through the final dungeon of the game. I know that was about a 30-minute boss fight, but real quick, let's go ahead and zoom back to Middenhall, heal up and save one last time. And so, guys, it's finally time to head to Hargon's castle. We'll go ahead. I fast-traveled back to the Shivering Shrine. We're just going to walk around here where we can finally enter the final dungeon of the game. And honestly, for a final dungeon of the game, other than a bunch of boss fights we're going to have to go through, because it's essentially just a boss... It's the same as most Dragon Quest games that have, like, generals. It's going to be like a boss rush, but it really isn't that long of a dungeon itself. Like, I think the Dragon Lord's Keep is probably a bigger dungeon than this one.
What is...
How? But
is this... volcanic castle?
Moonbrook. Am I...
Come, come, little ones. Forget your troubles, your cares. In this world, all shall be as you wish it to be.
Ah, such peace, such prosperity. What to do with this fine day, I wonder? Perhaps if thou might dance for me again, my dear? Thou dost shimmy and shuffle with such surpassing skill.
But, Majesty, wilt thou survive without me here atop thy knee?
Zounds, no. I shall most assuredly perish of loneliness. My dear son, thou art returned.
Huh? Son?
Aye, son. The son I did set to worrying most needlessly. My boy, Hargon is no villain. I spake with him, and found him most agreeable. He did even permit me to become one of his faithful adherents. Fear not. I did put in a good word for thee too. It must have been hard indeed, incapable of casting so much as a single spell, and whispered about most wickedly for it. Doth the people's cruelty not cut thee to the quick, my little would-be hero? Aye, that it must. But fear not, thou needst suffer no longer, for thou art a hero no longer. Aye, thou needst only forget thy lineage, thy duty, submit to Lord Hargon, and live a life free of care.
Here, come play with us. Watch me dance. I am ever such a dancer.
That she is, my boy. That she is. We will have such fun here. Such fun.
Heed me, science of Erdr. Heed me, science of Erdrick. Do not permit yourselves to be deceived. Offer up your prayers to the gift I did give unto you.
So we need to actually go into our bag, go to our important items, and use the Eye of Rubis. A beautiful disembodied voice floats through the air.
All that you see here is mere illusion. Look again, and behold the truth.
What is happening?
Wait. This is not home. But of course. We had reached Hargon's stronghold and...
Then we have Rubis to thank for returning us to our senses.
Father. Oh, Father. To meet with him. To speak with him. Only to lose him again. It cuts deeper than any blade. Thank you.
To prey upon our weaknesses is the action of a stone-hearted scoundrel. This shall not stand.
Indeed it shall not. This infamy shall be redressed.
Hear me and tremble, Hargon. You are not long for this world.
Sister, you do remember we are supposed to be the heroes, do you not?
So when you're ready for our first boss fight, go ahead and walk forward.
Oh, did you awaken from your daydream? Oh, that's no fun at all. Small wonder you look so very grumpy. Why not return to the warm embrace of the world as you wished it? You deserve more than reality. My poor Prince of Middenhall, the shame you have endured over the years, descended from Erdrick, but unblessed with the gift of magic. Yet it does not have to be so. And you, Prince of Cannock, the burden of herohood is far more weighty than you ever imagined, is it not? Daughter of Moonbrook, is there aught you would not give to be reunited with your daddy, dearest? And you, little one, no longer need you be second best to anyone, least of all your cousins. You could have all of this and more. Simply return to the world of illusion. Well, why do you tarry? A lifetime of happiness awaits.
You misunderstand us. We would not see the realm shaped to soothe our personal woes.
We would shape it into a place where people are not denied their freedom, are not denied their very lives.
What of you, Mariella? What of your woes? What of your hopes and dreams?
Do not patronize me, princess.
I suppose that answers my query.
I can bear your self-righteousness no longer. In the name of Lord Hargon, I will show you your place.
And where would that be? Huh? Groveling at his feet, like you, his puppet.
I am no puppet, and I sit not at the High Priest's feet, but at his right hand. He adores me.
Then why does he expend all his energies on raising our world? If he truly loved you, surely he would instead choose to cherish each and every day spent by your side.
O highest of High Priests, I have successfully wiped yet another of those ugly human villages from the map. And when I am done, nary beast nor blossom shall remain to displease thine eye. Speaking of which, what shall we do with those 3 brutes? Surely thou wilt have no more need of them. Let us return them whence they came, and bask in the glory of a world created for us, and us alone.
Us. There is no us. The world I seek to create is for me and for her. Never speak to me of this again.
Simply follow thine orders. Only by the power of the darkness might our long-awaited reunion be realized. So get out there and bring it to me!
My lord! Cease your sermonizing, preacher boy! I serve Lord Hargon out of choice! And serve him I shall! By exterminating you plaguey vermin, once and for all!
Here we go. A rematch against Mariella. However, it's going to be really easy. We're going to Flying Knee, and then we're essentially just going to get our buffs up across everyone. We'll go ahead and Kassiz, Oomph, and another Kafriz. Hits Mariella for 302. Flying Knee hits for 351. And a Kassiz hits for 173. Mariella will call for backup. However, I don't think we really need to worry about it. Actually, because she's calling for backup, I think I'm going to Propeller Blade, since we know exactly how this works. And then we will go ahead and probably just Kazap. And then we want to get Magic Barrier up. And some Kabooms. Here we go, intercepting all attacks. Kills the Shining Armor. Which is great to know, actually, because that means I can just always focus on Mariella. Pretty much. So, we'll go ahead and go back for another Flying Knee on Mariella. Another Kazap. At this point, we actually don't need to do anything else here, so Kaboom and Kaboom. Because whenever they try to absorb these attacks, in fact, they can each... Well, that kind of sucks. They can each only absorb one attack. So they will never do it at the exact same time. But Mario's just going to keep summoning, which is a little annoying, but I don't think it's anything we don't get through. I mean, you can literally just spam this, because as long as you're getting through it and killing her units every turn, she's going to keep trying to summon more, and I actually don't know if she'll even be able to attack us with our current, cadence of how quickly we kill. She releases magic power, she's going to do a good bit of damage there. But all we're going to do to counter that is typically we would use an Omni heal, but I don't even think we need to do that. I think we just Flying Knee, another Kazap. We'll just do the exact same thing again. We'll just be prepared because she will do that one more time, probably. Honestly, with Piranel, I probably should have done the superpowered Kaboom. There's a Drain Magic on Piranel, and a Crackle. And then a Flying Knee. And then another Flying Knee. Let's use a Flame Slash. Let's do a... Piranel could actually use a Kafriz. Let's do that. And another Kafriz. And this actually might be enough to kill Mariella. Let's see here. If you beat Octavian on normal difficulty, the rest of the game is pretty much going to be easy. I don't even think the final boss is as hard as Octavian. The final boss is hard because it's a two-phase boss. Matilda reaches level 51. Also, the recommended level for the final boss is like 46, so...
My lord, I have failed you. I know. You never truly had eyes for me. I only had eyes for you. Ever since you saved me. Ever since I was human.
There, child. I know only too well how heartless this world can be. How loss can shake one's soul to its foundations. Only by remaking the world in our own image might we overcome this pain. Join me. And we shall suffer the pangs of loss no longer. We shall only take what we deserve.
Yes, I shall take what I deserve. Never once have I forgotten the promise I made that day. I thought that if I served you well enough, you might come to treasure me the same way I do you. Yet, it was naught but a daydream. My lord.
Did she say that she too was once human?
It certainly sounded so.
And she did not lie to us. She was no puppet. She served Hargon. She lost her soul by choice.
So now we can fully explore Hargon's castle to an extent. We're basically going to have to fight all the generals once again, but we actually get a lot of the exploration done right now before we get into another fight. So from here, we're going to go ahead and I want to have Holy Protection up. We're going to go west. I highly doubt we're going to have any random encounters here. Then we'll go ahead and go north, and we'll have this chest right here. This is going to have a choker in it. That actually might be better for Karadak. Let me see. A choker. No, not as good. Then we'll go ahead and go to the entrance, back to the entrance, and we're going to go right this time to find another chest, I believe, in pretty much the exact same spot. This one's going to have the Shield of Shame, which we already have one of. But yeah, this is honestly, I was expecting this dungeon to be a lot longer, like the size of Dragonlord's Castle from Dragon Quest 1. It's the same size here. I don't even think it's close. The hardest thing is you have to fight 4 fights, whereas in Dragon Quest 1, you kind of just ran to the end and fought the Dragon Lord. But this one, you have to go through all 4 generals. So that's where you get stopped because you have lore and stuff going on. We'll go ahead and come up here. And then we can check this left side to see that this is an invisible wall. And then we're going to go ahead and follow this left path first. And up here, we can find a chest with the Demon Spear. I think that's cursed. Doesn't matter. It's not as good for anybody as of right now. We're going to do the exact same thing on the east side over here before we open that door. And over here will be the Whaler's Mail, which I think is what I currently have on Karadak. No, but I had it on him. Then we're going to go ahead and go to the middle, where we can interact with this door. And interact with the statue. We'll get a little scene here. This hollow looks as if it were designed to fit some kind of artifact. And does its shape not remind you of what we are in our possession? That which we were told was the key to entering Hargon's domain? Ah, of course. We just set it right in there. And I'm guessing that's the equivalent of all 5 sigils. I was hoping you might deign to let me place it. Oh, you two. You ever provide light, even in the darkest moments. Indeed. Even after all we've been through, you have not changed a bit. This is one of those ones I can't press A to go quicker. And I, for one, am very glad you did. Well, so long as somebody's happy. It's so inconsistent. Like, that was so quick. And from here, I believe we can interact with it again. And we're going to be teleported to the 2nd floor. We're already, like, halfway done if you don't include the boss fights. From here, we're going to start by going to the right. That was safe passage, not holy protection. Right here, we will get a mini medal. And then on the southern side, we can find the Ring of Clarity. Then we're going to go ahead and go up to the next floor. Through this staircase right here. And there's actually nothing here either, so we're just going to go ahead and follow the path around until we get to the next staircase, all the way down on the other side of the room. Yeah, a lot more simple, I think, than even Dragon Quest 1. But I think you had, a part of the challenge was getting here, so going through the ruins of Renderak. Let me up. I think that was part of the challenge. Then we'll go ahead and go east, and we'll have another chest. Right, oh, well, you can see Atlas just hanging out right there. I'll go ahead and grab this one for a waistband, holy protection, and we can actually go ahead and save our game and go back to an inn, but I think we're just going to brute force through this next one, and then we'll heal maybe after this fight against Atlas.
I'm impressed that you have made it this far, but you will go no further.
It appears Cyclopses have memories most short. Do you not recall how thoroughly you were trounced when we last met?
You have a big mouth for one so small. How I will sing for silencing it. Speaking of which, the time for talking is past. It is with my fists that I shall prove your powerlessness!
Belittle us all you like. We will not fall to the likes of you.
And here we go. The fight against Atlas is pretty much the exact same as the last time we fought him. So let's go ahead and muster strength. Let's go ahead and probably just buff here. Then we can go ahead and oomph, tails, and finally, I don't think we can land sap on this guy. So let's go ahead and just dodgy. You know, honestly, I don't even need to worry about that. Twin Dragon Lash. We're so fine. Only doing 200 damage on his strong attack is kind of insane. Cutting Edge does more than Demon Demeanor. And then I'm actually going to... I really want to use Giga Slash. Let's just see how much Giga Slash does. And then we can go ahead and... I don't even... there's really just not much to use even here. He's not a hard fight at all. We'll just Lashings of Love and then Twin Dragon Lash again, I guess. Maybe I could have oomphed Caradot. 362. 2,566 on a crit. He musters his strength now. Get ready for this, because this is fun. We're going to use the new ability, Ripple of Destruction. It removes all beneficial effects from a single enemy, meaning we're just going to remove the ability he just put on himself. Let's go ahead and multi-heal and Twin Dragon Lash. As long as we're quicker, that is. Because Caradot still's got to be quicker than Atlas. I think he is. Yep. So now, he no longer has that buff. Still does a good amount of damage, but we get rid of the buff. Go ahead and Cutting Edge again. We'll go ahead and use a Omni Heal this time, just so we guarantee we go first so we don't immediately die. We'll go ahead and multi-heal as well.
This ends now!
Probably should see if she has a boosted Twin Dragon Slash move, or Twin Dragon Lash. That is 5,000 damage we've done to this stupid guy. Let's go ahead and Cutting Edge again. We'll go ahead and use our Ripple of Disruption again. Honestly, I'm not worried about any of this. Lashings of Love and... Twin Dragon Lash.
Poor you.
Does it get back to Tails? Yes, it does. Ooh, he doesn't quite kill though, but I know we're really close. Another Cutting Edge. Let's go ahead and just get a... no, we'll... Full heal per Paranel. Go for an oomph on Tails. And go for a Kabuff. I am a little worried we might have to grind right before the final boss. But fingers crossed we're good. There we go. That is Atlas defeated.
Is this how it ends? Crushed by puny humans. This cannot
Let us take our leave.
And it's just new Soul Sigil tidbits. Now I'm going to quickly go ahead and zoom on back because I want to heal up before we continue, and I'll be right back. So you remember how I said this is essentially just a boss rush? Well, get ready for it, because we're going to head up here. We're going to head north to grab the Seed of Luck, and then we're just going to head left. We lose Holy Protection. And we have yet another boss fight.
You lucky bunch.
Pazuzu.
You've proved to be quite the banana skin, you know. I was doing so well. The children were growing by the day, spreading misery and malevolence across the realm. Then you come along with your morals and your mores.
Just why are you so bent on making others as evil as you?
That's what I'm here for, isn't it? It takes the sacrifice of hearts steeped in darkness to summon beings like me and my brethren. Lord Hargon would have us spread darkness across the realm, so he can summon something far greater than any of us. A god.
A god?
Indeed, all will tremble in terror at his mastery of destruction. At least that's what Hargon says.
And to what end would Hargon summon such a being?
What was it again? Reshaping the world, or some such. Hard to fully grasp the ramblings of a madman. But enough about him. I'm the one truly suffering at the moment, and it's all because of you!
Are you certain we're the ones to blame? Perhaps you simply failed to realize how resistant to corruption the human heart can be. Alas, you would likely need a heart of your own to understand this.
Loath though I am to admit it, you may be right. Wait, no! That's what you want me to think! But once the realm is bereft of its heroes, bereft of hope, perhaps people's hearts will be all too ready to turn. And turn them I shall.
I just don't like Pazuzu. I think he's like the least scary of the entire bunch. I just don't really care much for him. He's also not that strong. We're going to muster strength, and then we're going to, honestly, probably just start kazapping. Here's the thing. The hardest thing with Pazuzu is his instant death attacks. If he gets those off, we're in trouble. But if he doesn't get them off, we're like completely fine. So I think we're just going to start Twin Dragon Slashing. I don't even think we need to worry about anything else. He is the weakest of the four. I believe he has the least amount of HP. In fact, he should be even easier than Mariella. Assuming we don't get bodied by his whack that he can cast. We're going to go ahead, now that we have that up, use Insulatal. And then... Actually, no, we will do the Magic Barrier, Insulatal.
We fight as one! Insulatal!
Wait for me!
As long as it misses Tails, I'm okay. There's a 946 Cattle Prod. We're going to go ahead and do that again. Muster Strength. We'll full heal Pyrrha now. And then here's the problem with Pure now. She really can't do anything at this point. I guess, well, no, we can actually use, where is it? Dazzle. That way we can avoid most of his physical attacks.
You're mine! My apologies.
And there it goes. It lands, which means he's most likely to miss them. Then I probably want to have Piranel use the ability so that way I'm less likely to get hit by, what is it? What's that spell? Or what's that ability called? It's Snap, Crackle, Poof on Tails. And then another Twin Dragon Lash. Just making it so he's less likely to get insta-killed. There's 1,000 damage Cattle Prod. Now he takes 2 turns per turn. Oh no. It's actually a little bit scary. Because he can do this. But as long as you have like your magic barriers up. The biggest thing is he can triple cast or double. I guess he could technically quadruple cast. Yeah. You can see right there. He can do that 4 times in a row. Making it even more likely that he gets killed or we get killed by it. We're going to go ahead and just Cattle Prod since we're about to run out of our oomph. And then with Caradoc, let's go ahead and Omni Heal. Let's go ahead and get our oomph reapplied. And let's go ahead and get our Insulatal reapplied. Ooh, good thing we had the Insulatal up. Ooh, this could be bad. No, we're fine. We eat that, and then we have the Omni Heal land, which is perfect.
Thank you very much.
There's our Cattle Prod. And then we're basically just going to go for damage at this point. Kazap, Magic Barrier, Twin Dragon Lash. Missed twice. Ooh, that snooze is brutal. Nope, nobody falls asleep. And Snap, Crackle, Poof brushes it off. And that's a boosted one. Kazap. Does Cattle Prod kill? No, probably pretty close though. Ooh, he stops hallucinating. So we'll go ahead and try to get Dazzle to re-stick. And this should be the last turn. Thought that was going to do it, actually. There we go. That's Pazuzu dealt with.
More bananas.
Tails hits level 54. Holy.
You're strong.
You would still fight on?
No. No. Do you think I'm bananas? There is just enough time for one last treat. Oh dear. Seems I lack the strength to feed myself. Nor even to see it. Or anything for that matter. Perfection. You are too kind.
Now only Belial stands in our way.
Yeah, but we just fought Belial, and he can't be that much different. Let's go ahead and head up here. Make sure we have our Holy Protection on. We can grab 3 really good items. The Suit of Hate Mail, the Mask of Implacability, and the Double-Edged Sword. All of those are just straight up better for Caradoc. Go ahead and throw the Double-Edged Sword on him, even though we're about to have to, unfortunately, go unequip everything so we can take the shield. Or the mask, I guess. Yeah, we're going to have to... Oh, no, good. It was better than the Hapless Helm. Oh, no, it can't be removed. Never mind. You can see it's going to increase his defense by, like, almost 200. We'll give him the Hate Mail. But again, we're going to have to go back to a church to remove all of it anyways, but we can at least throw it on for now. And now we'll go ahead and go up these stairs. And up here, we can grab right here for a diamond. And that's it. Let's go ahead and approach to fight our final of the generals.
To murder one of your own kind in cold blood. Does your cruelty know no bounds?
You could have the good grace to pretend to be moved by her plight.
Surely you do not think such illusions will fool us?
Using your fallen companion to play upon our feelings? Does your depravity know no bounds?
Was it not I who came to you in the spirit of friendship, and you who rejected my generosity? If we are not to be friends, then we must needs be enemies.
Indeed. Enemies we must needs be.
Here we go. Final fight against Belial. He is basically the exact same as the Belial we just fought. So we're just going to be using our cutting edge to get rid of him. So muster strength. We can go ahead and honestly probably just use Kazap's. Yeah, that's probably the best. We'll go ahead and get a Kabuff up. And then we'll go ahead and Oomph Tails. And we will get our Insulate. No. I don't like that. We'll just Kazap, Oomph, and then Kabuff here. I don't think he has a breath. I can't remember if he has a breath weapon. I know we just fought him, but we fought so many bosses at this point. I'm getting him kind of confused. I cannot remember. No, he does. He has Inferno. But you're going to see this is actually not a difficult fight because what we're going to be doing is almost every turn, we're just going to be using Ripple of Disruption. This is going to get rid of any buffs that Belial has, and the reason we didn't use it earlier in the episode is because we hadn't got it yet. Then we're going to get a Magic Barrier up, and finally go ahead and just get our Insulatal up.
My commiserations!
And he's going to get a Magic Barrier up, and another Inferno. There's a Cutting Edge to do a ton of damage. Muster Strength, Ripple of Disruption, and then we have all of our buffs up. So at this point, it's just multi-heal to try to get our HP back. And we're pretty much back up to full. And he goes ahead and recasts. But as long as we get lucky, it won't actually matter. Ripple of Disruption. We'll go ahead and multi-heal again. And then we're going to start using Twin Dragon Lash, because at this point, it's until we have to recast our buffs, it's very unlikely that we're going to take much damage. Gets the Magic Barrier back up, but we're not even hitting him with magic attacks at this point. The reason we keep using the Disruption is because he's going to keep trying to get it back up. Ooh, didn't realize I lost my Oomph there. So let's go ahead and Cutting Edge. Let's go Ripple of Disruption. Let's get our Oomph back up. And then we'll go ahead and get a... Probably... We don't even need to get our Insulatal back up. We'll just Twin Dragon Lash again. Doing as much damage as we can with Matilda, honestly. Ooh, the buff hurts. Getting the buff up right now is a little brutal. And he misses. Oh, no. Oh, that's so unfortunate, because this turn we actually need to go ahead and get our buffs and magic barriers back up. We'll just hold off for a second. We'll just go Kabuff, Magic Barrier, Insulatal. Play it this way. We got our Magic Barrier up, which is nice. He heals up some of his wounds. Can I? Yeah, I can boost Cutting Edge. That is dumb. This is about to be absolutely insane. Let's go ahead and multi-heal and multi-heal.
Multi-heal!
As long as it lands, let me rephrase that, because there's a chance it misses.
My gratitude.
Only 800? That's weird.
For you.
Oh, it's because I didn't get rid of the buff in time. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Let's just start using Demon Demeanor. I'm actually curious how much I'm going to do here. Let's go ahead and Omni Heal, and then we'll get a multi-heal going, just in case, because I don't know if Caradoc's quicker.
Much better.
I think, okay, sometimes he's quicker. That's a boosted Twin Dragon Lash. There's a Magic Barrier and a more heal. Ooh, there's a focus. That's a problem. So he can do a ton of damage with that focus. We're going to want to get rid of that. Luckily, that's exactly what we're going to do. I can't remember. This is Insulate, right? Dude, it's always so hard to remember. Let me get my oomph up, and then let's Insulate.
For you.
Gets rid of his boosted magic. He gets his magic barrier back. He's going to try to focus again. It was magic barrier. I knew it. Let's get my magic barrier back up. And Twin Dragon Lash. The reason we're keeping that up is because if we don't get to go before him, and he has that boost up, it's essentially mustering strength. It does a ton of damage, so we just want to be careful. We're going to get our Kabuff up this time. Honestly, I don't even know. There's like nothing we can do here. I guess let's just... Man, I really don't know. Hypno Whip, and then Kabuff.
For you.
Most amusing.
He buffs, which kind of sucks that he buffed after. That's fine. Their Demon Demeanor, Ripple. Multi-heal this time. Ooh, no, we're about to run out of oomph. Let's oomph, and then Twin Dragon Lash.
For you.
And this might kill. Ooh, no, but I bet it's close. Big Banga is a big attack. Ooh, that hurts. Good damage with Demon Demeanor there. We'll go ahead and boost that. Ripple of Disruption. Let's go ahead and multi-heal and multi-heal. Ideally, we do enough damage here to kill with the boosted Demon Demeanor. Well, there we go. I guess if you heal above half, it doesn't actually count, even if you held X, but there we go. That's Belial defeated. And Matilda reaches level 52. It's a little unfortunate. We kind of wanted to level up in the final fight, going from phase 1 to 2, but I think all three of my other characters might get a level up.
How does it feel to avenge one's father, one's motherland?
From my perspective, my vengeance was delivered en route to Renderak. Thus, it drives me no longer. I merely dealt with you as a means to an end. You stood in the way of lasting peace.
Mayhap you speak the truth. That is not relish I see in your eyes. It is hope.
The last of Hargon's guardians falls. Now it is just us. And him. My hands fair shake at the prospect.
Ah, splendid idea, old chap. The old swear it on your sword thing. Let's see. I hereby swear that we are more than a match for that ruffian priest.
Hear, hear. And we outnumber him too.
Come now, cousins. Surely we should have something a little more stirring to say on this most momentous of occasions.
My apologies. I've not had much time for composition of late. You always have a way with words, though. Could you think of something in my stead?
Are you talking about me? Oh no, Pyranel,
I
okay.
am not feeling overly inspired myself. So, if I must say aught, I shall keep it simple. We four swear, we shall not fall.
Come then, our final foe awaits.
So here we go. Our final foe does in fact await. Let's go ahead and just head north, because we're going to have a chance to go back and heal just like Dragonlord's Castle before we actually get to the final fight. We'll go ahead and take this teleporter. And right to our right here, right to our right here, we can go back to the starting point. So we'll go ahead and use that. And it should open a teleporter back at the start as well. Yes, it does. So we can easily come back to the final area. So for now, let's go to Middenhall. Let's heal and save. And we have just a slight bit of prep work to do before we get into it. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to either Cantillon or Rippleport. And we're going to go to the shop real quick because we want to buy rousing rings for everybody. The next boss is going to have 2 status effects that you want to prevent. I'll show off the second one just because we have enough of the accessories to actually use it. I think it's just in the item shop here. Yes, it is. Let's go ahead and pick up 3 rousing rings. We'll go ahead and give this one to Tails. Sure, we'll equip it. Well, I made a mistake there. Then another rousing ring we'll give to Pyranel. Yes, instead of the Scholar Specs. And then one last rousing ring for Matilda. Yes, instead of... I actually don't know what I unequipped there. But the next thing we're going to want along the rousing ring is we're going to want the full moon ring. This is because it will prevent paralysis. So essentially we want to prevent paralysis and sleep on all of our party members. Now I might be doubling up here somewhere because some of this stuff might give me resistance to it. That's what we want to do there. Next, we're going to see if there's any other skills we can learn. I don't think there are. I've double checked that. So instead, what we're going to do now is use all of our seeds. It's finally time. We have Seeds of Strength, and we're going to give every single one to Tails. We're literally just going to boost him. So let's go ahead and just keep spamming, and I'll show you my final number after I use all 31. And the last one gets us to, I think that was about 418. Then we have Seeds of Defense. We're going to want to give these to Pyranel and Matilda just because they have the lowest resilience. We don't want them to die. Caradoc actually also has really low resilience, but he has really good armor right now that gives him like almost 700 defense. So I'm significantly less worried about him. So we'll go ahead and get both of them as close as we can. 154. Seed of Stamina is how quickly they act in battle. I would recommend you just give as much to Pyranel as you can. You want her to go first so that way she can get your heals. You could honestly spread this out across the board, but I think it's best to give to your healers. That way you get heals before the enemy acts. And I know sometimes it's a little unfortunate because you actually want them to go after, but we just got rid of her things that give her speed. Now for Wisdom, you can either give it to, honestly any of these 3. I'm actually going to give it to Caradoc here because this is going to make his Kazaps do a lot more damage. And his Kazaps, I believe, are the highest damaging spell right now. And Pyranel, unfortunately, is kind of just stuck healing. She doesn't get to do much, or healing and buffing. She doesn't really get to do much magical damage. It's really coming down to Caradoc and kind of Matilda. I thought about giving her a little bit of attack, but I didn't. Agility I actually think is speed. I think the other thing was dodge chance, which is a little unfortunate, but I think it was evasion. We'll go ahead and do the same thing. Just give Pyranel all this agility that we possibly can. I decided to actually give some more to Tails just so we can go a little bit quicker. He probably still can't act before the enemy, but you never know. Seed of Luck, honestly, give it to anybody. I'll give it to Matilda just to increase her luck chance if we ever decide to farm Metal Slimes, but honestly, it's just chance to get crit. So honestly, Matilda and Tails are probably your 2 best bets here. And there's that. For HP, try to spread it across the board best you can. I would honestly give it to Pyranel until she's closer to everyone else's HP, just so she doesn't die as much. If you have more HP seeds, because you do get them from enemies, you can technically farm these, or the nuts rather. We're just gonna give them all to Pyranel though. Oh, they are seeds. And then Seed of Magic, this is MP. I'm actually probably gonna give a lot of it to Caradoc. because Caradoc's the one who's been running low on MP because of his healing potential. And then once I hit 10 left, I'll probably switch over to Tails. Just to let him use some more abilities. Perfect. Then we'll just give the rest to him. And that is all the prep work. We did this before resting, so that way we can fully heal up everything upon resting. So that is all the prep work I can possibly recommend for this final boss. Let's go ahead. And honestly, we'll just go back to Middenhall. I like to save and heal here. And as we're coming back in to fight Hargon, last thing I want to mention is I gave Piranel a bunch of Sage's Elixirs to restore MP, should we need it in the upcoming fight. And with all of that done, let's do this. The final fight against Hargon. He looks like a wiener, dude. He just doesn't look... It's the same with Zoma. Like, all these guys, Zoma, the Dragon Lord, Hargon, they all just look like babies when you first meet them, man. They don't look tough at all.
Who would disturb my prayer?
Your ambitions end here, Hargon.
Aye, for we are here to end them.
You would end me? Know your place! I am the High Priest Hargon, servant of the Almighty Dragon Queen. And what are you? Naught but feeble, witless brats.
Perhaps we are a little brattish in our way, but I assure you, we are far from feeble, and we have countless allies who stand at our backs.
In the name of our ancestor, we will bring you to justice.
Your ancestor? Then you are. Long have I dreamt of the day I might rid the realm of the hero's blight. Revenge shall be mine.
Revenge for what?
For the despair and grief that hath plagued me so.
What was that?
I will unmake this worthless world and bring into being a new one. One that existeth for her and I alone, and none shall stand in my way! It is time that your accursed bloodline finally met its end!
Here we go, the fight against Hargon. I'm going to be honest, Hargon's not that difficult. We're going to go ahead and muster strength, and then we're going to go ahead and use... we don't even need a Kabuff because he doesn't do anything. We're going to use Fizzle to prevent him from using magic. Yeah, this is about to be insane, because if he can't cast spells, there's not much he can do. We'll go ahead and insulate because he does have a breath weapon. We're more susceptible to damage, but that doesn't really matter. Let's Cutting Edge, and then we're just going to start dealing damage here. I think we will just go ahead and Giga Slash. And we'll just go Zap, and then Magic Barrier, and we will start Twin Dragon Lashing. Dealing about 200 damage. You can see we just did 1,800 to him. 244 with Caradoc. Ooh, Matilda actually want to do something a little bit different. My characters will not fall asleep either because of the way that I've built them here. Go ahead and muster strength again. We can go ahead and go for a full heal on Matilda. We'll go ahead and now just do a sap because I believe they can be sapped. And then we will use Wizardly Waft.
We will prevail! My apologies.
I lied. This one can't be sapped. The next one can be sapped. He can cast spells again, which just means we're just gonna re-fizzle him. Here now, we will now start using multi-heal and keep going with our Twin Dragon Lash. We want to keep our MP as high as possible during this fight, because this is just the appetizer, you might say. And as long as we keep him from casting spells, there's really not much he can do to us. All my defenses have returned to normal, but you can see he's already almost defeated. We're just going to muster strength one last time. We'll go ahead and go for a full heal on Pyranel. We'll go ahead and get a... probably just an oomph just in case, and then we'll go for an Insulatal. Insulatal. And Tails is almost for sure going to kill on... Ooh, that was a little dangerous there. Tails is almost for sure going to kill here. We'll go ahead and Cutting Edge. Make sure we fizzle him again. Make sure we go with a mid-heal on Matilda. And Matilda, just go ahead and Twin Dragon Lash. If we kill here, I'm going to be shocked. I was actually be really upset. Ooh, there's Gloomstorm. That is not an ability I was hoping we'd see. Matilda's going to have too low of HP. Oh, Pyranel fell asleep too. Well, this is going to suck a little bit for the opening of the next fight, because Matilda will not level up from this.
Have we won?
Well, if you've played any Dragon Quest game, Matilda, you know we haven't. Tails does reach level 55, which is huge. I think Caradoc doesn't quite.
No, this cannot be. Forgive me, Majesty.
Who?
Dost thou smile on thy servant no longer? So be it. Then I shall offer up my very soul, that all may be rendered asunder. The end is nigh, Malroth! Master of destruction, heed my call.
On guard, everyone!
Is this the god Pazuzu spoke of?
I cannot believe it! Hargon laid down his life to summon him!
Fear not, cousins. We have come this far. There is naught that could prove our equal now.
Here we go. The final fight against Malroth. Honestly, pretty cool intro. We're going to go ahead and use a full heal on Matilda. Let's go ahead and get an oomph on Tails. And then let's go ahead and get an Insulatal up. I will say, I'll talk about Malroth when we're watching the cutscenes later and I go through what I like and what I don't like. He looks really cool. I can say that much. Let's go ahead and just start using Kazaps and Magic Barrier and Sap,
How unfortunate.
decreasing his defense. Get a Magic Barrier up. 448. Inferno. Malroth attacks but misses. Cutting Edge does 2,449 damage. We're going to go ahead and Kazap again. And then we're just going to start multi-heal and Twin Dragon Lash. And honestly, I might even start multi-healing with Matilda just because Tails does so much. It's like not even funny. It is an insane amount of damage that Tails does. With the Sap up, it's just like, I just have to be careful and make sure I'm only, yeah, he's already at half HP. This might kill. Like, genuinely, I might kill in 3 turns the final boss of the game. We get a multi-heal up. With a Twin Dragon Lash, I might have done it. No, not, well, I guess it would have been 4 turns. But let's see, you think I can do it on my 5th turn? I think I can. We're not even gonna, oh no, I'm sorry, I forgot. The way this fight works is he full heals. So you physically cannot beat him in just 2 turns. Let's go ahead and oomph again on Tails and get Insulatal back up. That's like his thing. He's gonna, I think he does it twice. He full heals 2 times, I believe. Oh, that sucks. We got someone got paralyzed. I can't tell who it is. Maybe no one got paralyzed. Did everyone miss it? If so, that's amazing. Cutting Edge. His Sap is still up, which is fantastic. We get a Kazap. We go for a Magic Barrier. Then a multi-heal. Ooh. No, we're prevented from casting spells and Tails falls asleep? Oh, that is the worst case scenario. Oh, that sucks. Okay, well, this isn't great. Let's go ahead and Giga Slash. And then wake Tails up with a Sobering Slap. And then the good news is we can start Hustle Dancing.
Be careful.
Wake up, Tails. Giga Slash. But, unfortunately, we're probably better off now till we can cast... Oh, nope, still can't cast spells. Till we can cast spells again, we're probably better off not doing the double... The Muster Strength Cutting Edge is probably better just to do regular Cutting Edge. Let's try a Lightning Slash, see how much that does. This is a little unfortunate. Let's go ahead and just Soothing Song.
Stay vigilant.
I mean, there's really not much Piranel could do. We could restore MP, but we don't need to just yet. I wasn't paying attention to how much we did there. Cutting Edge did 480. People can cast spells again. Fantastic. Muster Strength. Let's get our Omni heal in here. Let's go ahead and get probably a Magic Barrier and a Insulatal up.
We will prevail.
I need Caradoc to go first. Thank God he got Omni heal up.
You have my
I was a little concerned there. Okay, we're fine. Well, that sucks whenever they hit Matilda that much. Let's go for a Cutting Edge, a Kazap. Let's get an Oomph on Tails. Let's get a Kabuff up again. Kind of would have liked to get a Sap up, but that's fine. 471. Tails is looking to do like 1,500 damage here. 1,900, I meant to say. Muster Strength. And then Kazap. And then... Let's just do a multi-heal and a Sap.
Sap.
Drops his defense. Just in case he prevents spells again. We now have Tails buffed up. That's going to do a good amount to everyone. That's fine. We eat that. Tails goes for a Cutting Edge. There's a chance we kill right here. What we're going to do with Matilda is... what we're going to do is use a... No, I'm going to try to do it without it. Let's multi-heal. This might be dumb, and if he heals again, we know we need to use something else, but we're going to try this. Twin Dragon Lash. I don't know. Dang it took Matilda above. That's fine. Well, that took Matilda back below. Cutting Edge did 24. Thunder Dragon Dance did 800. The Zap kills. That is Malroth, the final boss of Dragon Quest
So
II,
long as our line
defeated.
continues, so too shall our world.
Good job, Karadak. You get no XP from beating him.
Did we win?
Beautiful disembodied voice floats through the air.
The realm is saved. Neither the High Priest Hargon nor Malroth, the Master of Destruction, shall trouble it again. That which our world has long been denied is finally returned. Lasting peace. And it is to you that we owe this miracle. Truly, you do your forebears proud. Your triumph this day will go down in the annals of history. Another chapter is written in the legend of Erdrick. Now go. The world awaits you and your glad tidings.
It is finally over. Mother, Father, we prevailed.
Are these tears of joy or sadness that I cry? I know not.
Oh, bother. Now you've got me started.
Lady Rubis is right. We must share the good news.
So from here, you can go visit a bunch of different towns. If you want to, there'll be people pretty much in every town that'll be like, congratulations on your victory. However, anytime I play a Dragon Quest game, I've never actually gone to any of these towns. By the time I beat the final boss, I feel like the only one that really matters is the final person to talk to. So if you guys want to see them, let me know. I can upload a video of going back and chatting with everybody. But for me personally, I feel like most of it is just padding, and a lot of it's not actually substantial stuff. Maybe the King and Queen of Cannock would have something important for us, but honestly, usually the only one that really matters is your own, because everyone else basically just says the same thing, and that's congratulations. So we'll go ahead and head up to meet with our dad one last time.
At long last, thou art returned, son of mine. Tell me, is thy duty done? To have fathered such a man as thee doth fill my heart with pride. From this day forth, thou art no longer a mere scion of Erdrick, but rather a new Erdrick, for a new age. And that is not the only title I would see bestowed unto thee today. I would also crown thee King of Middenhall. Come, my son, cast off thy princely mantle. Thou shalt be king in my place. Wilt thou accept this, my gift to thee? The answer is given. The die is cast. All present have borne witness. A new King of Middenhall is born here this day. Long live the King!
And so this has been Dragon Quest II HD-2D Remake. Let's talk about some things I liked and things I didn't like. I'm just gonna come out and say it. I think this is probably on my lesser tiers of Dragon Quest games, specifically 2. I like the direction this one went, but I think it's bogged down by it's the same writing as it was and the same basic gameplay mechanics as it was back when it first came out. And I just don't think it's as polished as even Dragon Quest III. We'll start with things I liked. The characters. The other 2 Erdrick games have completely silent protagonists. Both Dragon Quest III, all 4 of your characters are silent characters. They might have like occasional little dialogue, but they're never voiced. And then Dragon Quest I is a solo protagonist, and the only one that really talks is the princess sometimes, and that's if you're getting the true ending, because if you get the basic ending and you take the princess back, you basically have nobody to interact with. I love all 3 of the characters who talk to you. They feel like they're very well-written characters. Do I think they're my favorite characters? No. I think they're better written than like Dragon Quest 6 or 5 characters, mostly because 5 doesn't get good characters till like the end of the game, and 6 doesn't really put a focus on any of the other party members besides like 2 of them. I don't think they're as good as 4. I don't think they're as good as 8. They're better than 9 because 9, unfortunately, just you don't really have characters. Definitely not as good as 11. 11's my favorite group of characters. Haven't played 7 yet. Looking forward to that. So your 3 main protagonists, I think, as characters, writing-wise, are great. I like the design. I like the world. I like the hugeness of the world that this game has, especially compared to Dragon Quests 1 and 3. I think 3's pretty big, but I just like the pacing of this world a lot better, and just like the progression that you go through. I like random encounters. The grind in this game was really enjoyable. It was better than 3. I hated 3's grind. 1's was very simple, but I only grinded like once. The grind in this was very good. I liked it a lot. And yeah, I liked the world. That's about all the good things I can think of. Not that it's bad. Like, I don't even want to talk about combat, because combat is basically the same across all Dragon Quest games. Nobody really complains about the combat because it's almost always the same. But things I didn't... So I won't be talking about things that are just across the board the same across all Dragon Quest games. Just things that are unique to this game. Things I didn't like. I don't like how you had so many objectives that you could go to at any time. I liked the pacing of the worlds you could go to, and like up until about the halfway point, a little past halfway point, I think it was good. But then it was just like 14 different areas you could go to, and if I wasn't following like a pretty well-written path, I could have easily got lost and had to grind a ton. On top of that, I didn't like the amount of times I had to grind. The grind itself was easy. It took me like 30 minutes to an hour max each session, but I had to do it like 5 or 6 times, and that was kind of brutal. But let's talk about probably my least favorite thing. First off is Malroth. I think Malroth is such a bad villain. He is supposed to be like, I believe technically the main villain of the whole Erdrick trilogy, so 1, 2, and 3, but they never talk about him ever. He just shows up at the very end, and you beat him, and he's only a little bit harder than Hargon. I just think that's so bad. I don't care about him as a villain. Hargon's a much more compelling villain, but the one giving Hargon orders is him, so I wasn't a big fan of it. Of course, the credits are about to end, but I do have like one final small thing, and that's just the characters' classes. I don't think they were specialized enough until you're like level 45. Until you have basically every ability, I don't think they were specialized enough. They all felt the exact same, except for the Prince of Moonbrook, who I thought was clearly a mage. I don't like just well-rounded characters, so Caradoc and Matilda, I was just like, these are basically the same character, again, till the very end. I wish they would have made them more prominent, like one being more of a thief, one being more of a priest, one being more of a warrior, and one being more of a mage. I just personally did not like the abilities that they got, and I don't think they stood out enough. Now, this is not over yet. Not yet. Oh, you can like barely hear it.
From whence doth this voice most foul echo? And what is this aura of evil? 'Tis like unto a vestige of blackest darkness from an age long past. 'Twould appear our hero's work is not yet done.
So yeah, brand new to this game, and I will judge this post-game by itself. There is a pretty large post-game. I don't want to say it's like anything too crazy. I believe it is about as long as Dragon Quest III's, except Dragon Quest III's had things you couldn't cheese, and like you basically had to hit max level on every class for every person. I don't like that in Dragon Quest III, but I do like how each character felt different. So yeah, guys, this has been Dragon Quest II HD-2D Remake. I guess this has been both of them. Overall, I had a really good time playing these games. When I say it's probably one of my least favorite Dragon Quest games, I don't think there's a bad Dragon Quest game. Truly, like, all, I guess, 9 Dragon Quest games that I've played, because I haven't played 10 or 7 yet, all of them are, like, in my top tier of JRPGs. So if you guys haven't tried it, I highly recommend you check it out. The game, you're basically getting 2 games for 1. I personally enjoyed 1 a little bit more than 2, but again, 2 was a lot of fun, and yeah, that's it for this Let's Play. We do still have 1 more episode. There will be a post-game episode coming out right after this, so I will see you guys then.